everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Of course, you know me, Alley Cat GTZ, and you're here to see what I got going on with my memberships. We'll go over the basics of what this means first, then go further by explaining exactly what I'm offering for each tier. Now, right off the bat, if you know you're someone who can't support this channel through a membership, don't feel bad. This is completely optional, and know that you already support me through showing up to live streams, watching the ads, sharing my videos, and participating in the random things that I do on this channel. So thank you. Thank you for being a viewer and a supporter. If you are a person who is able to support my channel through a membership, this next part is for you. I think most of you know this by now, but I'll go over it just to go over it just in case. So the way this works is if you want to support me and what I do financially, you can hit the join button, which is outlined in blue next to the red subscribe button, or in some of your cases, the gray subscribed button. When you do, a window will pop up and you will get to choose what tier you want to join. After you choose a tier and hit the join button, it will ask you to complete your payment. I have a Google account already hooked up to mine, so if you already have that set up, you can hit the buy button. If you'd like to do it from a PayPal account, there will be an arrow you can click on to change your payment method. From there, if you're not already signed into your PayPal, sign in and choose that as your form of payment. Then you should be all good to go. For the first tier, Alley Cats, you will get badges that show up next to your name when you join my live streams and whenever you comment on one of my videos. You will also have access to custom emojis that you can use on my channel. Being a member, you can see special community posts. You can see some photos of me trying out some things, or just photos in general of anything, really. Maybe get to know my cats a little bit better, or be the first to know about my many ongoing projects. More perks that you get with the first tier also include priority when commenting back to comments. Another great perk is participating in members only live chat. As for how often it will occur, it will probably be based on how many members are in that tier. So if I only have like one member, I'll probably wait until I have at least 5 or so. To make things easier, I will be using the community tab to ask you guys when and what time those types of live chats will work for everyone. So that way everyone can enjoy the perk. Moving on, we have Casa Cats. Yes, Casa Cats, which is Spanish for house. Why? Well, because, you know, house was a little too boring, so I was like, why not spice it up? You know, use it in Spanish. You know, why not? So yeah, I decided to go with Casa Cats instead of house cats, because, you know, you go from the alley and then you're in a house, so house cats, it sounds kind of boring. But Casa Cats, you know, that sounds a little bit more interesting. Along with everything from the first tier, you will also get early access to some videos, like some uploads I make, or, you know, if this wasn't a membership video, you guys could get early access to this. Though this is just a membership video, so probably not that exciting, but still, I do have some uploads in the future, which I go live a lot, so that may not exactly sound like a perk, but trust me, I will upload some things in the future that are definitely going to be exciting and I think will be worth the early access perk. The next perk is members only live streams. In case you don't know how this is different from member only live chats, members only live streams means that only members can attend this live stream. So in a members only live chat, other people can still see the stream, but just the members can chat in that particular live stream. This kind of event will probably only happen maybe once a month or more, depending on, again, how many people I have signed up as members. And again, I would be using the community tab to best decide when those types of live streams could happen. Lastly, these members will also have access to special polls that again will be in the community tab that might have to do with a video idea or maybe something about my written works. We'll just have to wait and see. From here forward, you'll notice that there's not going to be that many perks going up in the tiers. That's because I wanted most of the fun stuff to be for the lower tiers. There are still some great perks available, but these tiers are mostly for the people that really just want to support me financially, you know, back me more, to help me get out better videos, to even get out better written works. Going into the third tier, we have the Aristo Cats, which, yeah, I know, it's kind of dumb, but whatever. I mean, I think it's cool. At least that's what I came up with. My poor little brain, that's what I came up with. I'm sorry. But hopefully you like it. One of the first perks for this is member shoutouts. If you're at this tier, you definitely deserve a shoutout. You're already investing in me so much, it's the least I can do. As for the kind of shoutout, it would be like a community post about you, a little section about you in one of my uploaded videos, or a post on social media, all showcasing your generosity towards me and the content of my channel. Depending on how full this tier gets, I may do this once every few days, every week, or every month. It just depends on how many people are in this tier, and that will be directly related to how often I do it. Either way, I will do my best to get around to everyone when it comes to shouting you out in this tier. Another special perk of this tier is members only videos. This can include, but is not limited to, bloopers, cut video from my Twitch streams, and random cat videos. Of my cats, of course, or video blogging about my everyday life, depending on if you guys want that kind of stuff. Onwards, we have the Top Cats tier. Now, I don't have any merch yet, but when I do, the people in this tier will get discounts on any merch that I sell. Not sure if it will include novels that I eventually publish. I don't know if that will necessarily fall under merchandise. I don't think it will, but if it does, or if it doesn't still, I will try to get you guys some discounts on my books as well whenever they get published. Speaking of my books, once I finally do publish, one of the things you will get at this tier is a signed copy of whatever I come out with. I mean, and it's like, you don't have to get it if you don't want to, but of course at this kind of tier, you know, things like your shipping address and stuff like that will be needed, you know, if this is a perk that you would like to capitalize on. I'm not 100% sure how I would collect that information, but I'm assuming by the time I get there in the future, I'll have some sort of system that I can get all the information from you and get that type of perk delivered to you. Last, but certainly not least, is the God tier. Yes, the God tier. The one that is the most expensive and pretty crazy. If you're in this tier, I mean, thank you. Of course, this tier is reserved for the super fans. The one that just want to throw all the backing at my channel. And for my super fans, I think something truly special as a perk would be to have your name in one of my published written works, or manga, really. In addition to this perk, I will take video requests. Now, of course, this has to be reasonable and doable, but depending on the request, I can definitely put them out there. For example, playing a game they want me to play, me doing my makeup, which of course you know is non-existent, doing a review video for something like food or a book or a chair or a something. I don't know. You tell me and we'll see what we can do. But it's anything me and the member can agree upon. With that tier, you can also feature in a video with me, like playing a game with me, you know, like being on party chat, because you know that's something I don't really usually do in my live streams, but it's something this tier would have an option to do if they would like to. I mean, heck, they could ask me questions over party chat, you know, do like some sort of interview or something, ask me whatever questions. I mean, it's totally open. If more people get into this tier, like let's say 100 people or something, you know, then it might have to be like a whole, like as a whole the tier's idea of what they want me to do. So if people in that tier really wanted a video of like my cat or something, or of like me eating out, or like me doing ASMR or something, they could vote on that and make that kind of thing happen. If that doesn't work, you know, we could always just do a small unique video for each member in that tier. It really just depends, and we're honestly just kind of gonna have to work with it as I grow and see if anybody will ever be in this tier, because let's face it, this tier is pretty expensive and I really don't expect many people, if any, to be in this tier. But hey, if you're thinking about getting in this tier, you're awesome. Lastly, there's one more thing I would like to go over before I end this video. Some of you may also know that I have a Patreon. If you're thinking of supporting me financially, either through this membership or through my Patreon, here are some things that might help you in figuring out which one you should do. If you've known me from YouTube and know me for my gaming, and you come to my live streams a lot, like talking to me, then a YouTube membership is probably for you. Not only do you get a cool icon by your name, you will get perks that are more exclusive to YouTube. Yes, some of my YouTube perks are a little bit book-based, but for the most part, they're YouTube perks and don't have too much to do with the writing part of what I do. If you found me elsewhere like Twitter or Discord or Wattpad or any other social platform, pretty much besides YouTube, that, you know, where I'm probably talking about writing, then Patreon is probably your better bet. Just because those types of rewards will be based more on like book perks, not necessarily YouTube perks, if that makes any sense. However, something I really want you guys to know is that my Patreon really needs cleaned up. So like the rewards need cleaned up, you know, just everything on my Patreon page really needs fixed, because there are a lot of things on there that I realize now that I don't think I can offer as a perk. So I'm gonna have to change some of those and honestly just really beautify my Patreon, because I think it deserves that. So if you're thinking about becoming a patron, then maybe wait on that until I fix it a bit more. Until then, you could always become a low tier member or just wait and check out my community tab whenever my Patreon is in much better shape. And with that, I think that wraps up my membership video. Hopefully you're happy and excited just as much as I am. If you have any further questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching and supporting me and just being a viewer of this channel. Thank you so, so much. And if you're still watching, comment Nico or Luna and I'll pin your comment. But first come, first serve. Whoever types the fastest wins. Yeah, I don't know why I threw that. I don't know. Are you still watching this? Oh my gosh, stop.